Hello dear students, today we start our first chapter of physics, that is motion. Topics we will discuss in this chapter are rest and motion, distance and displacement, speed and velocity, acceleration, graphical representation of motion and uniform circular motion. So let's start with our first topic, that is rest and motion. So dear students, there are two positions of an object, rest and motion. An object is said to be rest or motion. So what is rest and what is motion? Let's discuss. Number first, we have rest. Rest means no movement. A body is said to be the state of rest when its position does not change with respect to a reference point. Reference point means a fixed point. For example, a tree we can consider as a reference point. Let us take an example. Let us suppose one student is standing on a bus stop. He is waiting for bus. What do you think? The boy is in motion? No, he is not in motion because he is at the same position with respect to the bus stop. So in this case, this bus stop pole work as a reference point for that boy. Boy is not changing his position with respect to this reference point. So we can say that the boy is at rest. Let's discuss the motion. Motion means movement of any object. A body is said to be the state of motion when its position changes continuously with respect to a reference point. Let us take another example. Let us suppose a car runs on a road. What do you think? Car is in motion? Yes, because it is not in the same position. Initially, the car at the position A and finally it is the position B. So, car is changing its position with respect to what is the reference point of the car. Suppose the point A on the road is a reference point and point B is another point. So, car is changing its position. So, we can say that car is in motion. So, I think you have cleared about what is rest and what is motion. Let's discuss the type of motion. So, here we have three types of motion. Number one, straight line motion. Number two, oscillatory motion. And number three, circular motion. Straight line motion. Let's discuss first. Straight line motion means when a body is moving in a straight line, then the motion of a body is called straight line motion. In our first example, car is moving in a straight line. So we can say that the movement of car is straight line motion. Take another example of lift. So in the lift, either lift is going up or lift is going down. So this type of motion is also considered as a straight line motion. So motion of a lift is also as a straight line motion. I think straight line motion is clear. Now we will discuss the second type of motion, that is oscillatory motion. So for this explanation, first discuss the spring motion. Oscillatory motion means if any body is moving to and fro from its mean position, then the motion of a body is called oscillatory motion. What is mean position? The position of rest. Suppose this is the mean position of the spring, and if we stretch the spring and release, then spring is moving to and fro motion. To and fro motion. So this is the to and this one is flow motion of a spring. So here, this is the example of oscillatory motion. Take another example of oscillatory motion, a simple pendulum. Simple pendulum. So first case, this is the mean position of the simple pendulum. If we will displace a little bit of this pendulum, then it will move to and fro. So that type of motion is called oscillatory motion. Our last type of motion is called circular motion. When a body is moving in a circular path, then the motion of the body is called circular motion. In our example, this object is moving in a circular path in clockwise direction. So we can say that this movement is circular motion. Another example of circular motion, Earth revolves around the sun, planets revolves around the sun. So in our daily life, so many examples we can consider. So what we discussed in the today's class: number 1, motion and rest, some basic ideas of motion and rest, and types of motion, 3 types of motion: straight line, oscillatory and circular motion. So we have 3 diagram here. You have to tell what type of motion are there in this diagram. So in our first diagram, what type of motion is this? Circular motion, because fan is rotating circular. In our second example, this is the straight line motion, because students are running in a straight line. And third type of example, that is oscillatory motion, that is the mean position, that is the 2, and here the flow position of the swing. So first, circular, straight line and oscillatory motion. I think it is clear for you. Thank you.